Hello everyone. This video will talk about preposition, one of the parts of speech that is from, we're taking it from closed class. This is one of the closed class types and we will see what preposition, their functions in a sentence. So this is definitely belonging to, it does belong to closed class category or structure words. Let us see what a preposition is. Yes. So preposition by definition, if you read, prepositions serve to relate objects, people, or events in space or time, though often the relationship is abstract. That is the first major thing we'll have to note down. These prepositions, such words, serve to relate. Their main function is to relate objects, people, or events in space or time. Let us take an example. The key is under the pillow. Just think for example, take for example a key which is kept under the pillow. So this is about defining or talking about the relationship between, or that it is related in space or time. Here definitely it is the relationship is placed or mentioned between space, or in the space, in space, not in time. Here, see what is the space, or where the key is placed as far as the pillow is concerned. So, as it is under the pillow, that preposition serves to make or give us the idea of the position of the key. So, definitely under is a preposition and it gives the position of the key in relation to the pillow. If that key is on that, it's kept above, so we will mention it to be the key is on the pillow. That is the way. We cannot have a fixed rule for defining this, but only in relation to one object or the other we can define this. So we can see a lot of types of prepositions in English, and certainly, and as it is told, we cannot always fix it by rules, but just by logic. That is, certain prepositions which are uh, most often or usually used to refer to time. That may not be suitable to refer to space or place. That is the only way we can identify or fill certain suitable prepositions in the given spaces. So prepositions of place. Let us see. He walked across the street. That gives the idea that across, he walked the street. If you remove that preposition from there, it's given in red here. That prepositions, we are mentioning prepositions. So the prepositions in the sentences taken as examples are marked in red. Please note down. So he walked across the street. In that case, that across as the preposition gives us the idea about the place that he walks or he walked. And she sat behind the stage. A place is mentioned and her position in relation to that stage, that place. That is, you get this place where she sits. So behind is a preposition that mentions about the person's place or position in connection with to some in connection to something. So here one is street but the other is stage. Definitely those are prepositions referring to place. Then let us see the second type, that is prepositions of time. I arrived home at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whichever it may be, but arrived home at 6 o'clock. So usually time, if you refer to time, most often at, by, these are commonly used as the preposition. Just try to substitute it with something else, like I arrived home across, no, behind 6 o'clock, nothing, never we use that. So this is the only way we can identify or fill in if it is given as questions, to fill it with a suitable preposition just by logic. That is okay, this is suitable. Okay, time, to refer to time, it's okay with a at or by. Yeah, If it is Saturday, you should return the book by Saturday. Then also you get a time, that idea of a time, of the time. But by at Saturday we can never mention, because Saturday is name of the day. The other one is the name of it is about the time. So definite time. In any case, you get the idea about time there. These prepositions mark down the time by which I arrived, or the time by which, or the day by which the person should return the book. This is That's why commonly it is under time. It is under the title, under the category called time. But here we know for sure at and by. For referring to time, the suitable one is at. But to refer to days, it is about the preposition shall be by. By. And third one, prepositions of method and manner. Let us take the example. I received the information by email. Here, by which by what method, or by what? By email you get I received the information. So I received the information email. If you remove that preposition, that sentence becomes, that structure of the sentence gets affected. As why prepositions as a structure word, it has a lot to do with. See, otherwise, you just think about a book is on the table. If you remove that preposition, the book is the table. That becomes very awkward a sentence. So, preposition as a structure word has a lot to do in a sentence. And certain of these we categorize just according to the uh, logic. That's the only possibility. We cannot always fix it in that manner. So, I received the information by email. Now you can see at email, or behind email, across email. This is the way you just match it and just see the awkwardness when you choose something different. And see here, that is another idea you can take from here. By is used as a preposition of time in this sentence, but next one also, in the next type also, by becomes another preposition, where in the context of this sentence it is a preposition of method or manner, if you want to say. They argued the case with the full vigor. They argued the case with the full vigor. In what way? In what manner they argued the case? With the full vigor. If you remove that preposition, they argued the case, full vigor. How will you make that sentence? How it will not be a sentence at all if you remove that preposition. Okay. And the fourth type, prepositions of cause, reason, and purpose. Many people are suffering from diabetes. You get the reason for their suffering. So that preposition serves as the preposition of reason or cause, if you want, that suffering that is caused by diabetes. But here, the from is the suitable preposition. My friend died of cancer. So of, as obviously when you refer to some reason for certain disease and or death, reason, say there is reason, giving you reason for the death. A healthy diet is necessary for your health. Here that is the purpose. And as a healthy diet, how it becomes necessary for your health, for becomes the preposition of purpose, why it is needed. Health, necessity, diet, necessity of diet for keeping better health. So this for serves as the preposition of kind of purpose. So this is the way you can categorize. Just according to logic, as a very casual categorization, still we can have a logical idea by looking at all these together, altogether. So fifth one, it is prepositions of possession. Possession, we know it's ownership. Possession is a term that shows ownership. Here, she is a person of principles. She is a person of principles. Never you can see person with the principles, person by principles, at principles. All these are awkward. So she is a person of principles is the better option. Obviously, possession of, definitely logically also it mentions about possession, ownership. New Delhi is the capital of India. Never you can mention, even in cannot be used, even though in can be a suitable preposition for mentioning cities and places. But here possession, as it is talking about, it's about the possession. New Delhi, it's India possesses it as its capital. So definitely New Delhi is the capital of India, or its positions. It's kind of, it has its own validity as the capital of India. So that's the way it has a possessive relationship. Here, prepositions of direction and motion. See, next with examples, I went down the hill. I went down the hill. Here, you can definitely visualize the motion, a person standing on the top of the hill and went down the hill. It's a hill, a person standing here went down. That is talking about the direction and motion together if you want to. I went the hill, never. It gives sense. The children ran towards the ice cream van. A lot of children standing here, an ice cream van, and the children ran towards the ice cream van. They are running towards the ice cream van. Here also you get the direction, idea about the direction and their motion towards. So that's the way you get a lot of such categorization for prepositions in general. Okay. Here, just look at the funny picture, which also gives us very good idea regarding certain commonly used prepositions. See, in the snake, in the snake is in the bottle, on the bottle. So 3D image, 3D kind of image. So on the bottle, under the bottle, in front of the bottle. It's not you as you draw it on. It's just on the, but here it's in front as the bottle is kept intact. Behind. So you'll have to see as the head of the snake only is shown as a clear one, and the other part is behind. So we, as it is transparent bottle, we can see it. So behind, it is behind. Beside, near, it's shows about, talks about nearness, beside, to the left of, to the right of. So this is the way you can just get an idea about preposition, the commonly used one. Many prepositions are available, and if you get a question for the examination, we have to choose it from this. Sometimes we are given certain options, otherwise we'll have to choose with our logic. Okay, this is about time. So let me take never, we can use with. Never it will be above. So it may be at or by. So this is the way we can think about. This is just a picture that shows a funny way of portraying, but still it's very clear and visible. Okay, so thank you so much for listening.